man. All right, man. We'll get started right here. YouTube is gonna be down coming to you from Osaka, Japan. We got the man, your young assassin Melvin Guillard on the other side of the Skype right here, man. Again, Melvin, right before we get into it, man. Again, brother, just thanks for taking the time off for the interview. I know you're a busy man.
Me, man. I love Japan, man. I can't wait to be back over there.
Yeah, I know you got the fights coming up. We're going to talk about that stuff, man. But again, brother, like I said, I know you got, I know a lot of fighters, and if it wasn't for cars, I'd be a fighter myself, man. But I got my thing, my grind with that. But I know it's busy for you, brother. But again, thanks for taking the time out, man.
Let me tell you something. I always take time out for the fans, bro. Because one thing my coach taught me, when I'm done with the sport, gonna be done with me long before I'm done with it. And I still want my fans and people that love me to want my autograph when I'm long and overdue and done. You know what I'm saying? So when I do these things, I'm taking time out for not only myself but for the fans.
Yeah, that's no doubt, man. Because like I said, the thing about it, when it comes down to it, man, you know what I mean? The fans, they make it, you know what I'm saying? Some of them kind of overstep boundaries sometimes at times. I'm pretty sure you have some people do that. And but, at the same time, man, again, with me, I got my business and I do my pro stuff. And, like, young guys will hit me up. And I could be like, nah, man, I ain't got time to talk. But they spent time to come, holler at me. But anyway, man, you're in Denver right now?
Yeah, I'm in Denver full time now. I was in South Florida full time and then training here, but I flip-flopped it down, so I'm here full time now. I've been in Denver the past 12 years anyway. So I mean, at first I was traveling back and forth. Now I'm here full time.
All right, and cool, man. Like I said, and also, man, like I said in the beginning, I just want any promotions, man. I see you got the Young Assassin, the shirt and the gear, and I want to get that. I was trying to look for the website the other day because I want to order some shirts and stuff and get them up here. But the
fanarch.com.
Fanarch.com. All right, I'll get that from you and your girl after we get done, and I'll put it in a link, man. That way, lazy people ain't gonna remember that stuff, man. But so far as fights, you said you got one coming up in August, right?
Yep. August 14th, I'm fighting Dakota Cochran. It was supposed to happen on March 14th, but with the coronavirus and stuff that happened, we actually went to Wichita. We got there, did the post-fight, pre-fight interviews and everything like that.
Yeah.
Didn't really do weigh-ins, but we did interviews, photo shoots, all that. And then, like, the next morning, man, they shut it down. So we ended up coming back, and it didn't happen. I was really hoping they would have put me on that June 26th card down in Florida, but they wanted to make it the same exact card in Wichita. So, I love Kansas, man. Every time I fight in Kansas, I win. I don't like going to Kansas because I went to school there, but other than that, it's been good to me, you know what I'm saying? So Kansas is it's like a good luck charm for me. So I'm definitely going to walk away with a win out of Kansas, you know what I mean?
I got you, man. I'll be definitely watching, man. Like I said, it's funny, man. I mean, I found out about you back in like 2004, like 2005. Like 2005 was when you first went to the UFC,
2005, right? June of 2005 was when I got into the UFC.
Right.
Went to Ultimate Fighter. Did the show for 8 weeks. I got home. 2 weeks later, Hurricane Katrina hits. I'm trapped on the bridge for days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's been a long journey for me, man. It hasn't been easy, but in life, what is easy? You know, I mean, if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I mean?
Everybody would do it, man. And you brought that up too, man. It's like I say, what part of New Orleans you from, man?
Born and raised, I was right there in Kenner. You know what I'm saying? Kenner, Louisiana. That's like 12 miles to the border of New Orleans. It's a small city. Kenner, Metter. I went to Baltimore High School. I wrestled there, state champion. Graduated in 2002. You know what I'm saying? Then went off to college after that. I've always been an athlete. I've always been busy, played football, but I was small coming out of high school. But when I started wrestling when I was in middle school, I was a big, just that one-on-one, mano a mano. It's just me and the other guy. I don't have to worry about 10 other guys on a football field. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and you. Once, and it was the mat then, but now it's the cage. You know what I'm saying? And it's that cage lock. Nobody can save you, man. I always tell people the referee is in there to save his life, not mine. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I approach all my fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's what I say. I post on your thing, man, because like you said, like a lot of guys out there, a lot of people they get hurt about it. You call them a casual fan, and that's what a lot of guys are, man. Because a lot of dudes like. When you had your last fight at the bare knuckle and like you broke your hand or whatever, and like I don't look in the comments too much, but I was just reading them, man. I'm like all these dudes, man, like they don't these new cats, they just see now in the future.
Let me tell you,
no respect, man.
Let me tell you how this works, man. This how I approach life. You know what I mean? It's a life thing. I
Right.
was always taught life skills, you know?
Right.
You got people that's gonna love you, you got people that's gonna hate you, and then you got the ones in the middle that go
Right.
back and forth. It's
Right.
been like that in my personal life. It's been like that in my fight life. You know what I'm saying? When
Roger
I
that.
got released from the UFC 7 years ago now, I lost a lot of people disappeared. But when I had my run and everything was going good, there was times where the UFC Dana, you know, they always give us 4 tickets for
Right.
family, right? There's times I would call Dana on his personal line and be like, hey, I need more tickets. You know, as long as the show wasn't sold out, if they had extra seats, he give them to me. There was
Right.
a couple of fights I've gotten up to 14, 15, 16 tickets for friends and family, you know, and I
Yeah.
would give it to them. Not only that, you know, when they come up to Vegas or whatever, because I fought in Vegas a lot, you know, they would discount their rooms just like they did mine, you know. And then, like, soon as I left the UFC, a lot of people vanished.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sensitive guy. I'm not going to lie. But it made me stronger now. You know what I'm saying? Like, now
Yeah.
I keep my circle small. You know what I mean? It's me, my girl. I have a real tight circle. I have my trainers, and they're like family. If this ain't family, I don't do friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm also very close with my own family. You know what I'm saying? Very, very close. And I have a big family. So
Right.
we keep in touch daily. You know what I mean? And they live in New Orleans. I'm here. My oldest brother, you know, he's been successful with restaurants. He's one of the best chefs in New Orleans. You know,
Okay.
he's now in Pensacola. But, you know, it's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? We have a big family. But recently, I lost my grandma, 2 aunties, an uncle, and my nephew was murdered. You know what I mean? So, you know, people don't know what we go through. We're human, just like they are. But when we in that ring, when I'm in that ring, I'm in my element. But
Right.
behind the scenes, you know, getting to that point, getting to that big stage is not easy, man. You know, I gotta cut weight, I gotta diet, I gotta be on a strict regimen. It's training day in and day out. People don't realize as a professional fighter what goes into that. All
Yeah.
they see is the finishing product.
Right.
But I always want to let people see what you have to do to build to that, because I have clients, I have people I train, and I try to push everybody, even kids. A lot of people don't want to push themselves. You know what I
Right.
mean? I was always self-driven. My coach didn't have to tell me, hey, be at practice at this time. I'm there early. Our shoes already on ready. You know what I mean? I've been like that my whole life. That's why I've been so successful as an athlete. You know what I mean? And I don't count success as how many titles I won, how many fights I've won. I count success as being driven and being humble and always having that drive. You know what I mean? And even my losses that I've taken these last couple of years, now not being up to par like I should be,
Right.
it's a humbling experience. But I'm 37 now. This March I turned 37. Now,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
older, I've gotten wiser. You know, I've gotten a lot smarter. You know, the young me was reckless, ambitious. I didn't care. It was me against the world. Now, I have loved ones. I want my loved ones to be in my corner. I want the people that care about me the most to be there with me through until I retire. You know, people now are asking me, oh, you know, you're 37, you know, you should, you know, they make jokes, oh, you should be the middle-aged assassin. Nah, I was 14 years old kicking people's ass in the gym, and I gave myself my nickname. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was the first young assassin that rose. Now there's a couple of others, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
original OG, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the fact that I can call myself a OG in the sport, I love it, because I came up idolizing Kevin Randleman. He was my
Right.
all-time favorite. He ended up being my mentor and one of my best friends before he even passed. You know, I got to meet him. You know, I got to talk to him. You know, he blessed me, told me keep it going with the blonde hair. You know, at one point I was about to get the eyes tattooed on my back. Like, I was in love with this guy. Like, when I watched him fight in the early UFCs when he won his title, you know, he was a wrestler, and I wrestled just like he did. I was grimy. I was nasty. Man, I miss that dude every day, man. I keep in touch with his wife. You know, I contact her. Never met her yet, though, but talk on social media. So soon I'll be meeting her. But when it comes to life, man, like, you get what you put into it. You know what I mean? A lot of people in the world, in life, in this world we're in today, are quitters. I never quit anything, not a sport, not a relationship, not anything. I've never, and I mean, that's right hand to my dad and God. I've never quit nothing in my life. And even if I was uncomfortable doing it, I saw it through to the end. once it was done, then I wouldn't do it again. But when I love something and I'm passionate about it, then I put my all into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fighting, playing golf now. You know what I mean? I play golf a lot. I mean, I played today. I'm 8 handicap. You know, not a lot of people can say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because of that, it's also broadened my network of people that I've met. You know what I mean? I meet amazing people every day. You know what I mean? I'm a people person, bro. You know, and back then when I was on Ultimate Fighter, I remember people saying, "Oh, he's an asshole, Guillard's a dick," because on a show I came off that way. But when it comes to other fighters, I'm not there to be nice to another fighter.
Right. Yeah.
It's my job to intimidate you and let you know I'm here to beat your ass.
Right.
Now, over the years, I've gained a lot of personal relationships with guys, you know. I mean, my list is big. And my network is huge, man. And I love that because when I'm done fighting, I've already set myself up for my future. I have connections. I have people that trust me, that I can do business with, because I want to start my own management company at some point. And I also want to be always involved with MMA. I don't care if it's working on with the UFC or Bellator or whatever company. Like that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? I always want to be involved in the fight game. For me, that's my hustle, man. Fighting has been my hustle. It's given me a good life. I've been blessed enough to even help my own family. You know what I mean? But in these past 2.5, 3 years, you know, I've had my little downfall, roller coasters, up and downs. And you know, it's like Outkast, my favorite group, you know, and you know, one thing Andre 3000 said was, "I'd rather struggle on my feet than to live on my knees." That's kind of how I feel as a man every day. You know what I mean? No matter how hard things get for me, it motivates me to even push even harder. Because if you're not pushing, then you're a quitter. You know what I mean? I don't respect quitters, man. If you quit something, then I say fuck you. I think you're a loser. You know what I'm saying? Like quitting. Nobody should quit, man. I don't care how hard things get. And wrestling taught me that. You know, wrestling to me was probably the hardest sport I've ever done out of all the sports. You know what I mean? And it made me the man I am today, along with my parents coming from a good home. You know, I brag about the family values that I have from my family, from my grandfather, who's the king of the family right now. You know, down to my nieces and nephews. You know, man, respect, loyalty, trust. That's something my family installs in us, man. My mom's a preacher, and she beat that shit into me. Nah, no, I'm not even making that up, bro. My mom, I was Kunta Kinte, bro. Tell everybody. And if you go look this up, my first interview in the UFC, I don't know who interviewed me, but they asked me, "Man, you've been fighting since you was 14. You know, you was young. You know, like you was fighting grown men. Aren't you scared?" Nah. My mom used to beat me with extension cords. 2x4s, anything she can find. That ass whooping was the ultimate ass whooping. And from that day on, I told myself, nobody's ever going to whip my ass in the ring. And, you know, I've lost 20 fights now. I've won 186 fights altogether. Not just MMA, but other hand-to-hand combat. And what people don't understand is I've never had my ass whooped. I've only been knocked out once, and that was in Mongolia when I fought for Kowloon. And that was, I traveled 3 days, no sleep.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, people don't realize what happened. Like, I was sleeping when they came and woke me up and rushed me to walk to the damn arena, right? I get there, Chinese people like to do these long ceremonies.
Yeah.
The ceremony hadn't even started. I could have been just asleep. I was right around the corner. You know, I was fatigued, tired, but I don't make any excuses. You know what I mean? I showed up and I stayed there and I fought. Didn't go my way. But at the same time, I'm a warrior, man. One thing I respect about myself is I'm never going to say no to a fight. I'll fight anybody. Dana has called me many times. "Hey, kid, I need you to fight." I ended up fighting my teammate Donald Cerrone here in Denver because 4 people pulled out. I had just fought 2 weeks before that. You know what I mean? But people were still giving me shit about that. "Oh, man, you had him. You got knocked out." When I say to weekend wannabe fighter warriors, I'm like, if you can't put in the work or know what I've been through, or actually, you know what, just give me, I'll train you for free for 1 week. If you can stick it out, well, I'll give you a little bit of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why when I told you, man, like when I hit you up when we were just talking idle, like, I mean, most people I know when they hit you up, they want to tell you how much shit they do or whatever. I'm like, dude, if you do it, Like you ain't got to talk about it. You just go to the gym, show up, put on the pads.
I said this, I'm gonna correct you on that because me and Rashad got into it on Ultimate Fighter from that same comment. Rashad like, if you great, you ain't gotta say it. You ain't gotta, you just do it. My rebuttal to that was Muhammad Ali always said how great he was. Hold up. Okay. Muhammad Ali always said how great he was. He always got into fighters' heads psychologically. I've always been a vocal guy. Mike Tyson, same way. Mike Tyson's one of my good friends. I learned from watching. I learned better from watching, better than opening a book trying to read something and understand it. I'm more of a hands-on person. I say this to all fighters, young fighters that are still doing it, and anybody. If you don't believe in yourself, why should I want the world to believe in you?
Right.
If you don't believe in what you're doing, if you fear the man standing across from you, then you should have never even gotten in the ring. One thing about me, I have never feared any fight, whether it was a street fight, an underground backyard fight, getting in the cage, bro. I am in my element, man. Like I said earlier in this interview, it's the referee's job to save your life. It's not my job. I'm in there to fucking kill you, fuck you up, do what I need to do to walk away and still be as handsome as I am. When I tell certain people on a golf course that's never seen a fighter, and I meet strangers every day, I tell them I'm a fighter, and they're like, "Wow, really? Your face is so perfect because I'm aggressive." I've been so aggressive in fights. I've actually lost fights for being too aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But being with Greg Jackson in that era, a few years back, Coach Greg Jackson taught me to channel my anger and to settle down, be aggressive, but don't be over aggressive. Know when to pick and choose your attacks. And I learned that, and that was one of probably the best thing I've learned being at Jackson's. You know what I mean? Right. So I've been to a few gyms here and there. People are questioning like, why is Guillard going to all these different gyms? Why would I want to stay in one gym when I can go around the world to different locations and learn from everybody? You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be tied down to one gym. Right. So you got, for young fighters that's coming up, and I get this a lot. I didn't realize how long I've really been in the game, Yeah,
man. Yeah.
I've been in the game it'll be 21 years this June, really. And in fight years, I'm 50 years old already. Bro, I got over 200 fights. Yeah. But I've enjoyed it, the wins, the losses, the ups, the downs. I've enjoyed the whole thing, man. And I want younger fighters to know you learn more from a loss than you will from a win. My coach taught me that when I lost my first fight. I was 22-0. I lost my 23rd fight, and I was devastated. I locked myself in my apartment for like 2 weeks. My coach had a key to the house. He had to come and get me and ask me, is this it? Or do you want to learn from this and be greater? You know what I mean? My coach, Warren Donnelly, he's my high school wrestling coach. He fought MMA. He was my original mentor. He was the guy, when I was in middle school and high school, I would stay after wrestling and start doing MMA with him. You know what I'm saying? And I still look up to him. And the things he told me, I've always held on to. And that's what fighters got to do, man. Look, if you don't believe in yourself, how could you ask the world to believe in you? It's a lie. I don't like liars. I'm not going to live a lie. Right. I've always been myself. I'm always going to stay true to myself. And if you don't like me, fuck you. You ain't man enough or woman enough, or even a kid. You ain't going to come tell me you don't like me. Because now it's my choice, depending on if I want to like flop your lip, like flop, give you a bum. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way it all is right now. Just people so sensitive to even people saying things. Man, look, freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even exist no more. You know what I say to people that's sensitive? Go do something and build up your fucking feelings, because I'm not here to protect your feelings, man. It's
exactly.
I'm a fighter, man. I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? Back in those Roman Empire days, that's what they did. They weeded out the weak. The weak got killed and whatever, and it was the strong survived. That's the way it worked to go back to.
Right. No, that's all, man. What you said, man. That's the straight knowledge from a young assassin. Dude's a young assassin, but you got that maturity, man. And what you said, is true, man.
I have wisdom. I'm always gonna be the young assassin. You know what I'm saying? I got a childlike mentality. I still watch cartoons. I watch cartoons more than anything, bro. Like, I go to sleep with cartoons in my headphones just so it don't bother my girl. Listening to watching Johnny Test until they start watching me. You know what I'm saying? I love being a kid, like having that kid mentality, being an adult, but knowing when to have to be serious and knowing when I can just relax and kick back. You know, I don't want to be some grumpy old man, fucking mad at the world. Don't even know why they mad. You know what I'm saying? Probably because they can't get their little pee-pee hard no more. I mean, I don't know. That's what so beef is with yourself. That's cool, but I don't like misery. I don't like miserable people. I don't like, you know, I was struck in when my father passed away in 06. You know, I've lost my grandma this past October. I've lost a couple of family members. My nephew was murdered, you know, on Super Bowl. You know, and even with all that, I still smile. I keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's my mom. She a preacher. She always call me and tell me, son, be strong, but keep God first. And you know what? That's what I'm doing, man. You know what I mean? Whether I'm doing something right or wrong, I always figure it out. I'm quick to figure things out. You know what I mean? If I do something wrong to you, I'm the first to apologize. I recognize, oh man, you know what? I fucked up. My bad. I apologize. You know what I mean? And it's sincere. I don't like when people do shit to you or they know they're doing something wrong and then they apologize, but then they turn around and do something again real fucked up. That means I'm a real ass, bro. Like, real is my thing. And in the UFC, what was their slogan? As real as it gets. You know what I mean? That was their number. That's what made the UFC. You know what I mean? I'm a real ass dude, bro. If you don't like me, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You might not like me because I'm black. You might not like me because I'm just a cool ass dude. You might not like me because I fight the way I fight. I don't know. I don't care. But your opinion, anybody in the world's opinion, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? The only opinions that matter to me are my loved ones. And I mean, when I say loved ones, my family, my closest friends, you know, my people that are very close to me, that when they tell me something, I take it and I listen. You know what I mean? Even if I feel like it don't like acknowledge to me, I'll still listen to it. But like my grandfather always taught me, certain things in life, you know, you take it in, but there's certain things you keep and there's certain things you let go. You know what I'm saying? Even a stupid person might tell you something one day that'll save your life. You know what I mean? You have to be able and open-minded to listen to everybody. I'm like a sponge, man. When I'm in the gym, same way. The same way I treat my personal life, same way I treat my fight life. You know, fighting and wrestling has made me the man I am. And I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? I'm proud of who I am. You know, I've lost everything 3 times over now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I still keep a smile on my face. I'm still moving forward. And I'm going to fight my way back to where I need to be. This time around, after 3 times, I really don't think there'll be a fourth, man. I got it. I'm not going to say I got everything figured out, but I got a lot figured out. And the things that I don't know and understand, I got people around me that do. And now I use my networks. I use those smart people to help me get further in life.
Yeah, man. So one thing, man, is like I say, you know, for sure, I watched the interview before. She was talking about like trying to get back in UFC and you want to retire from UFC, man. I believe wholeheartedly, man. You definitely got the skills to be there. And I mean, with all these guys on the roster, man, it's like the roster's over all these guys. Like, man, Melvin Guillard definitely got to be back in the UFC, man.
It's been oversaturated for years now. Yeah. When I got to 5, right around that time, that was Ultimate Fighter Season 2. So it was just becoming popular. The Ultimate Fighter is what made it worldwide. Right. People didn't know what UFC was. I've been watching UFC since UFC 1. All right. Yeah. A lot of people don't know who Sakuraba is, who Don Fry, Kevin Randleman. You know what I'm saying? What's the guy Hackney that hit the guy with the ridge hand, knocked his tooth out? Yeah. You know, I remember fights. I remember the little Japanese guy was getting punched in the nut in a cup. You know, he had the red. You know, people don't know. Like, I've been watching UFC since day 1. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you another story. When Anderson Silva came into the UFC, you know, a lot of people didn't know who he was. I'm like, y'all crazy. They actually thought Chris Lieben was gonna beat Anderson Silva. Bro, I made so much fucking money on that fight. all my friends, because Chris Lieben's my boy too. Right. People was, man, Lieben's gonna knock this dude out. I say, y'all don't know that. It's levels, man. It's levels. It's too far Pele, bro. Like, y'all really don't know who that is. Okay. I said, let's start betting right now. Bro, I walked out the house with almost $1,000, like $800 something bucks. I'll never forget it because everybody in the house, all my little Mexican homies too. They all had the stupidest look on their face, like they looking at me like we didn't know. I said, nah, I didn't hustle you. I gave y'all the insight. I told them about Anderson Silva. I told them who he was. They wasn't listening, all right? Maybe they had too much tequila.
Right.
Bro, by the time that fight was over and it didn't even go a whole round, they was looking at me like, bro. I'm like, okay. Then I pulled them up and showed them some of Anderson's early fights back in Brazil and shooting box. Bro, they ass was like, man, you should have told us that. I said, I did, you stupid fucks. Like, y'all wasn't listening. You feel me? I've been in the game. I've been around this game for so long, man. Like, I look up to so many fighters. I still get starstruck when I meet certain fighters, bro. Whether they've been there before me or after me. Because when you put in the work and you grind hard and you make that life for yourself, you know, I mean, I'm a famous fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, people still recognize me all the time. And I love that, man. As a kid, I didn't think I was going to be here. Not like this. You know what I'm saying? I could have counted myself out many times. But as a young kid, I stayed focused. I stayed true to myself. I was always driven. Out of all my brothers and sisters, we're all successful in our own ways, though. My brothers and sisters, I'm proud of them too. And my mother was hard on us, man. My grandfather wasn't hard. My grandmother was, though. My grandmother, oh my God, I see where my mom get it from. But my father, he was easygoing too, man. But I will say this: they either beat it into us, or they made sure we understood what was going on. As young, we were really young. When I came into fighting, man, I'm not gonna lie, fighting for me is easy. You know, I can look at somebody and tell you I'm gonna hit this dude 2-3 times, I'm gonna put him down. You know what I mean? I'm very methodical. In the ring, man, it's like tunnel vision. Things slow up. It's like everything's slow. It happens slow. For me, man, I take pride in what I do. I love fighting more than anything else in the world. I love the combativeness. I love the hand-to-hand combat. I love the fact to know that I'm the baddest motherfucker in the motherfucking room when I go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't care this big. You can be a midget. I'll kick you in the little fucking chest. I don't care. I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room wherever I go. You know what I mean?
Man. You gotta be that way, man. You gotta be that way, especially when there's so many guys out here that people want to try you, people want to do things. And again, for my business, like, I mean, just a little bit about myself, man. I run a business here in Japan. I'm from Baltimore, and the style, like you said, pretty much what you said, man. Like, again, man, I'm just soaking it in. What you said right there is all true, man. And then that's actually why guys around here, man, I'm successful with what I do, man. But dudes are try to find whatever they can find to try to bring you down. And because I don't give people that time of day, and I cut the bullshit right at the start when it starts, before it even gets there. So guys, again, the same way people would talk about you, they would say the same shit about me, saying like I'm aggressive, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't got time for bullshit. I spent 3 years in Iraq. I've been to combat. I haven't had to kill anybody myself, but I've assisted, and all that stuff right there, man. But so when you keep
your brothers and sisters alive, though,
right, and then guys like they people are pretty much people are like are offended or scared of people like yourself and myself. Your confidence.
So look, I'll say this to that comment. Let me tell you something. You are aggressive, and you know what? You own that shit. I'm very aggressive, but I'm like, it's like I call it controlled chaos. You know what I'm saying? I hit the switch. I turn it on. When I'm walking to the cage in the UFC or any other organization. When I'm walking there, I'm soaking it in. I'm like the crowd. I live on the crowd, man. I love putting the show. You know what I'm saying? So once I get in that cage, after the refs check me for grease, whatever, make sure I got my mouthpiece. Once I crawl up them stairs and I get in that cage, that's when my switch goes on. Right? I go from calm, because I'm always gonna be calm. I'm very calm in any situation, street altercations, no matter what. When you get scared or you panic, shit goes wrong. All right? In a fight, that motherfucker across from me, he's fucking terrified. Me, I'm not scared. If you're afraid of somebody, if you scared, why even get in the motherfucking ring? Me personally, I've never been scared in a fight. And I mean that on God. Never been scared in a fight. Never. I wrecked my motorcycle 2018 doing over 100 miles an hour. January 1st, 2018, leaving the bar that I was doing security at. Wrecked my bike, slid down, ripped all my leather off, right? Not a scratch, not a broken bone, nothing. My helmet was split in half. If that wasn't God and my father watching over me. It's like when I hit the ground, I didn't even feel it. I just remember getting up and running. My bike was still tumbling, and then it went up in flames. Bro, January 10th, guess where I was? In BKB in London fighting Jim Swing. All right? That's how I look at it. Like, that was like life-changing for me because my mom's a preacher. I came up in church, but I wasn't really big into like religion and all that.
Same.
I'm over realist, you know, and I'm still like that. But when that happened to me, it done something to me, man. I started to think like, man, you know what? There is a God, and God is trying to tell me he wants me to be here for a purpose. You know, my mom always says, son, you have a purpose. You're a soldier for God. You know, you fight for God, no matter how you look at it. My mom and dad always call us their soldiers. My dad's cross on my arm has the dog tags with his sunrise, sunset. We've always been like that. When that happened to me, though, man, it changed a little bit in me. Like, I became more, I'm not going to say more patient, but I became more aware of things. And it made me open my eyes to just life because I should have died on the freeway. I should have been dead. And then right after that, I catch the case out here in Denver when I got jumped. And you know, it's on social media. I got jumped at Bar Standard. I got attacked by 3 guys and a girl. I went to county jail, fought that case. It took me 13 months. I was locked up. I realized it, but in that moment, and I hate being locked up, bro. To me, that was worse than crashing a bike. I felt like, and right in the beginning of being locked up, I was like, why the hell I just didn't die? At that point, I was ready to die. Not only that happened, my ex-wife filed for divorce while I'm locked up. And it was like, if I can tell you, it was the worst time of my life, but at the same time, right now, moving forward, in this moment, it was probably the best time in my life. Because at that point, I was already losing fights that I shouldn't fight. I fought Israel at 180.
Yeah.
I fought him because nobody else would. That kid went to the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Mad respect for him. I was taking fights I shouldn't fight, but I didn't care. I got reckless. When this happened, it humbled me. It slowed me down. It made me. I think I sat in jail because my mom was like, son, don't bind out. You need to sit there and figure your life out. So I sat there against my will. I didn't want to, but I did. But now I'm glad I sat there. I'm glad I got to sit down, slow down, and see life in front of me for what it was. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm way more of a better person and a better fighter and a stronger fighter now. I'm remotivated. You know, I have my new relationship with my girlfriend, and she's freaking amazing, bro. Like, because of her too, everything's good happening for me right now. Like, you know, I tell you in life, you got to keep certain people around you. I got rid of all the bad people. Now I have nothing but good people around me. And this is the first time in my life I've had all good people around me, because I was okay with having bad people around me because I was out doing bad shit. Now, you know, my mom said, I'm a soldier for God. I'm a warrior for God. And I am. Right now, you know, and I never thought in my life I would be saying I'm a soldier for God. Like, that's not how I was thinking. But and with that, I'm still a realist to the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a stronger man for it, man. But for me, it's always going to be moving. Oh, I'm like a shark in water. I'm like a tiger shark. I love Shark Week, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Tune in this July. Right? A tiger shark, you know, I don't want to be the great white. It's the most dominant shark in the ocean. But they have their flaws. The tiger shark, though, that motherfucker's a lethal killer. You know what I'm saying? He eat other sharks. You know what I'm saying? Tiny sharks, little sharks, big sharks. He fuck them up. The great white don't even fuck with tiger shark. Do you know that? Nobody knows that. I watch fucking Shark Week, I'm telling you.
Yeah, should you, like you say, you open up a zoo when you get finished fighting and shit, man.
I love that.
Shark, you're gonna be the Shark King, man.
Yeah, bro. And I wouldn't even want to be a lion. I'd rather be a tiger. You know what I'm saying? But for me, if I really had to pick my animal in the wild in Africa, I don't know. Zebras are too tall. Tall guys are stupid. They got left feet. I don't know. No. Maybe I would be like a little baboon or something. That's no disrespect to blacks. You know, they always call us monkeys, but monkeys are fucking smart. They're intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Except for the stupid ones that go too far from the tree and then they get hit by the fucking lion. You know,
Yeah.
like, don't. It's like when your mom say, "Don't touch the pot; it's hot," and then you still touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And man, you brought up Israel, man. Like, how was that? Because the thing about it, man, because I got wrapped up in my Iraq shit and everything. I didn't know you actually fought him until I watched your last interview. And and again, man, speaking on your integrity and how you are, man, you straight up, man. That kid, you knew it that guy was he was on a whole different stratosphere, man.
It was the first time in my life,
Yeah.
you know, when I fought Israel, you know, I don't know. I took the fight for the money, first of all.
Right.
I didn't even do research on Israel. I didn't look him up. You know, I was still in that cocky mentality, like, fuck that, I'm Melvin Guillard, man. I'm about to beat this nigga up and go home. Anyways, I get there. I didn't even have to cut weight, but he's sucked out dry. So I'm sizing up. I'm like, oh, man, I got this. Right. I'm going to tell you how that shit, your mind can fuck you really quick. The next night, I see him. I'm like, what the fuck? That dude, bro, he was tall. He's already taller than me. He's like 6'6". He was tall, but he was filled out, right? This motherfucker was huge. It's how guys see me when I'm a 55er, and then they see me the next night, right? I've never been in a situation where I was on the other end of that until that night. So anyways, when I took him down in that single leg, and he literally just stood up on one leg and just sat over me. And that moment, I knew I was beat. So before I got myself hurt, I did the smartest thing I could. I tapped. I wasn't mad at myself. I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't even let down. I didn't let myself down. I just looked at myself like, damn, you got to start being a little bit smarter, my dude. Like, you know, it was cool to go to Australia. I mean, I love world travel. So, you know, I got to Australia, had a great time. But man, the most humbling part of that whole story was when I walked in the back, Israel was down there in tears. He was like, man, I looked up to you, bro. I've been watching you fight for years since I was in school. He's like, bro, you're one of my favorite fighters. In that moment, bro, that ass whooping I took didn't even bother me. I was like, you know what? I looked at Israel and I said, you know what, my man? I'm gonna be honest with you. You will be the next middleweight champion. And was I right?
Yeah, you were 100% right, man.
Say something about me, man. I know a fighter. I know if you got it in you. I know when you got potential. You know, me being on teams with John Jones, you know, all those years. John's a phenom, bro. The dude's a fucking bro. John, he takes it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And I've always taken it to a whole nother level. But being around other guys in the same gym, you know, Rashad, John at a point, you know, Lil John Dotson, Cowboy Cerrone, Leonard Garcia. I love all these guys. They my brothers.
Killers, man.
And I was in with these guys, bro. In that time, though, that was when I was on my 7-fight win streak. Right, man. Being around a room full of savages, it makes you more of a savage. You know, savage has been one of my mentalities my whole life. I'm a savage, bro. Like when I look at other guys that have potential, I didn't even know Israel. I didn't know nothing about him. Then I watched the UFC countdown on him. Right later. I see all the belts he's got in his gym. I'm like, God damn it. I didn't fought a killer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I held my own. When I knew I was beat, I was beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go no further. It was nothing I can do. It was out of my hands. If I'd have went further, because if most fighters let their egos get kicked in, or fuck that tough guy mentality, that's how guys in bars act. Oh, I could beat him, blah, blah, blah. Man, look, I was outmatched, outgunned. And it was nothing in that moment I can do that was going to change it. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I took my L, I licked my wounds, and I moved on. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Because he fought me, where is he right now? In the UFC. Yeah. All right? The Russian guy who knocked me out in China, only time I ever been KO'd in 21 years, he knocked me out. Guess where I see him next? In the UFC. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their time. Everybody has their moment. I had my 7-fight win streak. I didn't even get a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's okay. So nobody can never come to me and be like, "Oh, well, you never was a UFC champion." Well, I was never given the offer to be one. You know what I'm saying? And I love Dana, man. Dana's been great to me, but I was never given that phone call. Hey, you want to fight for the title? No. Had I beat Joe Lozon, I probably would have fought for the title. But that was my mistake. You know what I'm saying? I was too riled up. Right after that fight was when I went to Jackson. And then my whole game came together. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have your ups. You're going to have your downs. You know, it's like playing poker, man. Like you got to have your bluff. You got to know when to bluff. You got to know when to fold. and you move on. You know, if you look at all the great champions, no great champion's been undefeated. Not in K1, not in boxing. I mean, other than Floyd. Floyd's one of my good friends. I love Floyd, but at the same time, you know, Floyd's a businessman. He was smart. But when you really look at a lot of great champions in kickboxing, MMA, we've all taken our L's. But what people don't understand, I have exactly 186 victories. I have a watch for every fight I've ever won since I've been in MMA, right? I've only lost 20 fights. But people don't see, look at the rate, look at the percentage of that. 186 victories to 20 losses. Yeah. I think I'm still doing fucking real good for myself.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like, again, what you're dealing with, man, is that I know you, man. Like I said, that's why I hit you up, man. Like, I know you. I seen that fight with the Sweeney guy, and unfortunately, your hand got broke or whatever. But, like, again, people out there recognize
that first fight, though. They robbed me on the first fight.
Yeah, man, people recognize real out there, man. It's just right now with I just like I say from the fighter aspect, I don't know. Well, one thing you see a lot of use on Twitter now, like beefing with each other. So that's
I got off of Twitter, bro. I had over 100,000 people. Yeah. I got off of it.
That shit is like creating like some high school drama shit, man. Where like,
but guess what? In the entertainment world, fighting, being a fighter can lead to bigger things. You know what I'm saying? Get into movies and shit. I know a lot of movie actors. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people in the industry. So when I'm done fighting, I want to dibble and dabble in movies and shit, even if it's a low budget black movie. You know what I'm saying? You know, it can be like some Secrets of the Lovers. You know, some dumb black. I'll still do it. I'll fucking still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for me, it's like you have to have the drama. You have to have the conflict because that's what sells.
Right.
Stand as a fighter at the level of being in the UFC. Why you think they had? Why I'm still the most popular fighter on Ultimate Fighter Season 2, and I was the first fighter eliminated. I was the first. I lost, but I couldn't go back because I broke my hand and I broke Berkman's arm. If I hadn't broken my hand, they would have let me back on, right? But I was the first fight off. I was on there for 2 weeks during the training. They picked teams, and then Matt Hughes got me out of there. You know what Matt told me, and I love Matt Hughes, bro. He's one of my favorite. He was like, we wanted to put the best athlete, and we wanted to get you out of there because we knew you were going to be a problem if you was there longer than we need to be. You know, that's a compliment to me. You went after me because you thought I was the threat. You feel me? I'm always going to be the threat. I'm never going to be a victim. I'm a savage. That's where it come from. So when you look at everything in a whole, you know, you got to be able to sell a fight. You know, Conor McGregor, he came out, I don't like him, but he came out of nowhere. But you know what? It worked for him. But you know why the UFC put him on a little pedestal and they praised him? Because he had a whole country behind him.
Right.
And they know that's going to be money. You know, they businessmen. Let's make this. We make this kid a champion. We got all the Irish. They're going to buy drunk Irishmen. They get drunk and they'll buy everything. They'll buy the whole store. They'll buy the store from you. You know, can you sell in the store? Can I have this location? You know what I'm saying? Bro, the kid was smart. Now he's making stupid mistakes, but I know this. He's never going to be back on the top because when he fought Floyd and made that big money, he got too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay hungry in this. If you're not hungry, then you're not trying to really eat. You know what I'm saying? If you starve, you're going to find a way to eat all the time. McGregor, he ain't the same guy. You know what I'm saying? My boy Justin Poirier, we from the same home. Well, he's from Lafayette where my mom from, but we from Louisiana. He got lucky when he beat Dustin. I still say that. You notice they never gave Dustin that rematch.
Yeah, they did.
Dustin fight McGregor again. Dustin will fucking knock him out. He'll beat him like a fucking ragdoll.
Yeah. But what I was getting at though, man, like I said, what you said is definitely right about the entertainment spot and everything. It's just like a lot of the new cats, man. Where again, I'm 37, just like you. Like you talked about, man. I'm only 6. Like 4 days older than you and shit, man.
Yeah,
so that's
crazy. Same day as my father-in-law, same day. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But like these new cats, man, they don't give. My thing right here, man. Again, talking to you, man, is just the guys out there who don't know about you, man. I'll drop links in there. They need to recognize the guys who you're a fucking pioneer, man. Like you brought this sport up to where it is, and I think right now in the UFC, man, you will fucking fit perfect. Your style, everything.
I respect that, but guess what? I felt the same way about Kevin Randleman. You know, who else was that? Randy Couture. You know what I'm saying? Mark Coleman. Like, dude, I looked up to these guys. You know, like when people was when they banned it from the pay-per-view, I would go to Blockbuster, rent the tapes, and then I would put a different tape in there, and like my mother's shit. I would send that shit back. And for real, I swear, I did it all the time, bro. I had a whole class. I had the VHSs, and then after that, when I got to Ultimate Fighter, I had DVDs of all. I had all the UFCs, but then Hurricane Katrina took all that from me.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, you know, I am a pioneer. I'm a pioneer, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the UFC.
Right.
I remember when Dana had hair here and no hair here. But
so Joe Rogan had hair and shit, man. Everybody had hair.
Man, I've been a part of this sport since I was a little kid. I was in elementary school, and I remember on career day they had kids, parents coming in. My dad went. He was a contractor, carpenter.
Yeah.
They had kids, dads, and coming in that was firefighters, police officers. So then after that, they asked everybody in a row, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I want to be a UFC fighter. Nobody knew what it was, and I was a little kid, so they looked at me like, huh, what's that? I said, you watch UFC, it comes on pay-per-view and blah, blah, blah. It's fighting. It's like anything goes. From that point on, bro, you know what happened to me? They put me in counseling and put me in anger management. Hey, hold on. This story gets crazy. So that happens when I'm in elementary. I was in 5th grade going to 6th, so I'm getting ready to go to middle school. When I got to middle school was when I started wrestling, right? So I go to middle school. I started wrestling, but I'm getting in fights a lot. You know, I wasn't an angry kid. And counseling, they kept asking me, well, what's going on at home? What's the problem? Nothing, lady. My mom would fuck me up. I was terrified of my mom. There's no problem at home. But I didn't like seeing kids bullied. I didn't like seeing kids taken advantage of. So I was the one that stepped in and did what I had to do. All through high schools. I went from middle school to high school. I was in anger management the whole time. But I was captain of the wrestling team, state champion, captain of the football team. I was always a leader. My freshman year of high school, this goes with the same story. The fucking seniors tried to stick me in a garbage can, and they put the white boys in the locker and pissed on them. They tried to put me head first in the garbage can that was full. Man, I beat up all the seniors. It was like 4 of them. You know what the coach told me?
What's that?
Man, that aggression gave me the starting position as an outside linebacker as a freshman.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask you. What position you play football? Yeah, man. Shit, you got to get it.
What kind of man would I be if I let another man piss on me or put me head first in a fucking trash can? You got me fucked up. Like, that ain't happened.
That's the dude. That's the upbringing, man.
So that happens, and I went to a 5'8" high school, big high school. And for me, I didn't really care about being in class. You know what I mean? I was in the weight room. I was little my freshman year too. I was tiny. Look at me now. Sexy. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's put that over here. Boom. Hashtag sexy. My freshman year, bro, I was little. I was scrawny. Bro, I got in the gym, stayed in the weight room. Man, I was already, mind you this, I was already wrestling for my high school 3 years before that because my middle school didn't have wrestling. So I was already, when I leave my middle school, I went to the high school and wrestled. All right. By the time my freshman year, they didn't know who I was, bro. I made my presence known very quick. And from there, man, that's where I felt like I found myself way before the UFC. I was famous at home way before the UFC. When the UFC called me for Ultimate Fighter, I thought it was a prank. I hung up on him. I hung up on Dana White like 3 times. I'm like, this ain't real click. And I went back to the gym, and I was in the gym. I'm hitting the bag, getting ready for a kickboxing fight. He's like, nah, kid, how fast can you come to Vegas? I said, whenever. Got me that weekend. Went to the Palace Station, stayed there for interviews. It was horrible. It was fucking miserable. I ain't have no credit card then. I didn't know what the fuck. Bro, I couldn't order movies, couldn't order food. I had to sneak out. I snuck out backstairs. I swear to God. Like the media team was sitting in the hallways. I caught niggas sleeping on the chair. I said, oh, that's my out. I went out, explored Vegas. That's how I swear to God. So I've always been a problem, you know what I mean, to most people. But to me, that's who I am, man. If you don't make a mistake in life, then you're not really living life. I don't live in fear, man. You know, coronavirus, my youngest brother, my younger brother and my uncle, they caught it. They beat it. They was making people scared. Everybody's dying. Man, look, I'm in good health. I have no problems. I'm straight. Me and my girl, we was going out to the stores with no mask on, to the point where people was looking at us crazy, you know. And I'm looking back at them crazy like, motherfucker, I can breathe. Look, my lungs are good. If you die, that's your problem, not mine. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. This is who I am. I don't live in fear. If you living in fear, then you ain't living.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, could you do me a favor, man, real quick? Hey, could you turn the camera? It's like the sun came up, whatever, man. Yeah. Here you go.
That's the sun. That's the light.
Oh, it's the light?
Man, turn this.
Oh, coming in.
No, I'm gonna go back to being dark again. Hold on, let me move over here.
All right, yeah, you good.
Hold up, I got you. It's my girl's laptop. I don't do computers.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, man, like you said, man, that's all. Yep, you good. I can see you. Good to go, man. But yeah, man, like you said, it's all that shit with the corona stuff is definitely going off. In Japan, where I'm at, the whole mask shit is normal. So like for us, it ain't a big deal over here. But in the States, everybody's going crazy, doing everything. And now, you know, you see, I seen you post about the dude who the fucking cop had his knee on his throat or whatever, and he passed away, man. And like, you know, being a black guy in Japan and seeing all that shit going on from outside looking in, the Japanese are covering it here, man. So when the Japanese got the dude on there with the cop on his neck, they know about it and they like, dude, what the fuck, man? So Japanese are even like, dude, that's how that's blowing out. I've
been traveling around the world since I was 16. I'm about to be on my third passport. Let me tell you something about world travel. I've been to a lot of countries, a lot of places. Yeah. People don't see black or white in other countries. Right. They see U.S. passport.
Yep.
A lot of countries don't like Americans. They just don't. You know what I mean? I've had bad experiences. I've had great experiences. But it's all about when I open my mouth and say something. As soon as I get in a taxi or something and I'm going to the hotel, as soon as I open my mouth, oh, hell, buddy, you're American, I see, my friend. Yeah. Sometimes my mouth, because guess what? Not only do I watch movies, but I'm very aware of shit. You know what I'm saying? I went to school. I got a criminal law degree. You know what I'm saying? Criminal justice, forensics. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I don't even open my mouth. When I leave the airport, I stick my passport in my luggage. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody kidnapping me. This ain't about to be taken. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What they gonna get though? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, to my own offense, you know, I'm a colored guy. They probably like, oh, this nigga ain't got no money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm good for a little bit. But what if? It's always that what if? What if they thought I did? You know what I'm saying? And they thought something, oh, well, we about to ransom him off. They already know how Americans is. They're not about to put up a ransom for no colored guy. So I'm always in the clear. It's always good. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, though, I don't live in fear. You know what I'm saying? Fear, dude, the only person I ever feared as a human being, God, no bullshit, is my mom.
Right.
My mom, I'm still afraid of that lady. My grandmother, before she passed, her too, and she was only like 5 foot even. She cracked me in the head with a cooking spoon, split me wide open because I opened up the gumbo pot.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I walked in the house, didn't wash my hands. She knew because the faucet didn't come on. She was listening. I was like, that old mother, she can hear. She really can still hear. Bro, I opened the pot. She got the cast iron pot. It went ding. Yeah. I set the lid down. And guess what? She come around the corner, pop. Hit me right in the head, split me. Yeah. My grandfather just looked and walked off. Bro, I was so mad at my grandma. I see where the aggression come from. I see where the aggression come from with my mom. My grandfather was like, my grandfather's a perfect gentleman, bro. Like, very respectful. He don't even cuss. My grandmother, they told me this story, bro. I'm going to add this in because this is a personal story. Yeah. They 20 years old. I got the picture on my Facebook, the picture behind my profile. That's my grandma and grandpa. They were 20 in that picture. Okay. Well, my grandpa was 20. So my grandmother walks up on my grandpa sitting on the stoop in the neighborhood with my Uncle Harold, which is his brother, and their best friend. She tells my grandpa, Paul, you taking me to the dance, and if you think you're going to get some of this, don't think so, but you are taking me to the dance. So she forced his hand, right? So I asked my grandpa, I said, so what'd you do? Oh, I took her to the dance. I said, okay, so what happened after that? Well, I courted her. I didn't even know what courting is. Courting is when you just date without having sex. My grandfather dated my grandma 2 years. Didn't even get a blowjob, my dude. I'm not even making this up. And guess what? They got married and had my mom. I swear to God, true story. And I was like, you went 2 years with no poo nanny. That was my response to my grandpa. My grandpa said, yeah, grandson, I was good. I say, so wait, you didn't like go see the side chick or nothing? He's like, nah. He's like, I was in love with your grandma from the moment she asked me to take her to the dance. And you know what? That's the kind of love I want, bro. Like my grandfather is, I look up to that man in every kind of way. He wasn't perfect, but you know what? In my eyes, he's taught me what perfection really is. You know what I'm saying? Even when things got hard, my grandfather always took care of my grandmother, man. And my grandmother was a certified nurse, and all 6 of her sisters, all nurses. Yeah. And I come from a very proud family, man. And the women in my family get the same respect as men do. You know what I'm saying? From my grandparents down to my sisters and my nieces, man. Like, you're not ever gonna talk crazy to a woman in my family. Like my sisters, they savages, bro. I trained them since they were little kids. They baby daddies, and one's married now. But when they were baby daddies, my sisters have had the cops called on them. You know, and as a big brother, like, it sounds crazy to the world, but guess what? Yeah. As a big brother, I respect that, because guess what? What happens if it was the other way around? Then I would have to get in, which I will.
You got more trouble and everything, man.
And guess what? You about to take this L, bro. Just tell daddy how you want it. But I've never had to run home and save my sisters, bro. And I'm proud of that. Nobody can say that.
Yeah, man, that's true. I got 3 myself, but we separate. I'm in Japan, and luckily my sisters haven't had any issues. I got a big family too, man. But yeah, man, like I say, your mom, your grandmother, and everything, man, and then your own natural and your natural being, man. Like I can see, man, where you get your spirit from, man. Your tenacity and all that stuff, man. It's the upbringing. And a lot of guys you see out there in the world, when they're like all fucked up and they like timid and all the stuff like that, it happens because when they're growing up, they ain't get slapped around. They ain't get, they talking about abuse.
You never had structure, man. You never had somebody discipline you. You know, me, I'm all about, I'm gonna whip your ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my mom used to tell us, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You call it. My oldest brother called. He's like, I'm calling the police. My mom said, here's the phone. She said, here, pack your bag. The cops showed up. My mom worked for the judge. My mom was the head secretary for the actual judge of the city. So my mom packs my brother bag. The cops show up. The cops like, what's going on? My brother, she hit me. She beat me. Blah blah blah. Bro, my oldest brother too. He's a pussy. I love him though. That's my boy. He crying. We was young though. He crying. Oh, she did this, she did that. The cops was like, well, ma'am, what do we do? She's like, you know what? You ain't gotta do nothing. Take him with you. Here's his bag. You know what my punk ass brother do? He start crying. Mama, please don't let him take me. I was like, look at it. And I'm the middle. I'm the second born. I'm looking at my oldest brother like, you bitch ass nigga. Seriously? Are you really about to like look, he thought the cops were gonna take him with them, because technically they should have. These dumbass cops let him sit there. They're like, you know what, ma'am? It's okay. You know, here's his bag back. You know, it seemed like you got it handled. Do you understand how violent my mom was back then? That woman was a savage, bro. Like the cops literally just turned the other cheek, like he gonna be okay. I was thinking to myself, like, no, he's about to die.
Yeah.
You know, and then she whips him again for calling the cops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love my mom is just the best, bro. Like that woman, she's the mama assassin. My grandma was grandma assassin. My next shirt that comes out is gonna say MA, is gonna have mama assassin. I'm about to sell shirts just for my mom. My mom's a beast, man.
Yeah, man. That's a real thing, man. Again, it's good, man, because it gives you that structure in the world, and then it lets you know how to deal with other people. And the thing about it, man, some people out there, man. Now I tell guys on my podcast, this is like episode number 60. I come across as trying, like, people like, oh man, you trying to be a tough guy. I'm like, no, it's not being a tough guy. It's letting you know where you are within when you come in my lane. Because I'm not gonna go out my lane and fuck somebody else's stuff up. A lot of dudes they get used to coming to other people's lanes and then trying to get over. Like, nah, man, not here. You're not gonna do that shit in my shop.
With that being said, I'm gonna give you this rebuttal. Yeah. What I told you earlier, I walk into a room, I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room. I've been in situations where, you know, at one time in my life, you know, I was married. We had 2 girlfriends. So when I went out, it was always 3 women with me. Yeah. I've actually had incidents where guys would walk up to me, which one is yours? They're all mine. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Nah, bro. But I'm a little guy. I don't look like much to the naked eye.
Right.
Like, bro, if they want to talk to you, they'll talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I had an open relationship, so it didn't matter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you never, as a man, my father taught me, you never let a man snatch your nuts. If he does that, he's gonna always snatch your nuts, right?
Right.
Me, I was always calm, collected. I got a scorpion on my neck, and I'm not even a Scorpio, but in mythology, scorpion means strike first.
Right.
Me personally, I'll give you a chance to walk away. I'll let you hold yourself in composure and just walk away. You know, not a guy on this planet will ever just walk away. And I would tell them, it's only you, bro. You got to go get like 2 or 3 or more of your friends. And they look at me like, what? I got my blind hair, so they think I'm a punk. I'm telling you real stories right now.
Yeah.
But in their mind, they think I'm a punk. They think I'm a pussy. So I give them a warning. Go get your friends and come back and then holler at me. So, and it's not one story. This is a lot of stories of the same incident. So they come back. They ganged up. I say, I count them. 1, 2. Out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, man. Yeah, that's cool. Now it's a fair fight. And all of them looking at me like, what the fuck? One thing about hood dudes, the same thing Kevin Hart expressed on one of his comedies. He's one of my favorite. He was like, you ever notice when hood gangsters, they gotta talk about it? Yeah, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting there calm, cool, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm about to kill these motherfuckers. They don't even know. I'm gonna hit him with the right hand, and he gonna get the left hook, and he gonna catch the elbow. Every time. I've never been in a street fight and never got into a scrap. To me, as a fighter, I would be average. I'm above average. I've never, and I right hand to God again in my pops. I've never been in a street fight where I got into a scrap and it got bad. I was always in control. I'm very methodical. The point of my story is most guys have beautiful girlfriends, beautiful wives. I have a beautiful girlfriend right now. We're getting married next year. Put that in the note.
Congrats.
And guess what? If a man walked up on her and he was just being friendly, I don't care. That's no harm, no foul. But the moment you start being disrespectful, as a boyfriend, it's my job, my duty, not only to please the booty, but to fuck him up. And that's it. Hey, when I get down, you know what I tell them? You know you just fucked up, right? And they looking at me like, oh, so you the dude? Yeah, I'm the boyfriend. And the look on their faces is priceless. And then you smack them with the elbow, and then they go down, just eye fucking you the whole way down, real slow. Yeah. It's like, is that shit slow motion? It's the funniest thing. Bro, it's always funny. Think about this. You an athlete. You went to Iraq. You know, you fight. You have a Japanese wife.
Right.
You can protect what you have.
Right.
As a man, not being rude, but if I saw you in public, I can see the respect. We can block eyes. We automatically know the mutual respect that we have as men. We just know that man's man. Most guys I look at, I don't feel that way. I look at most guys and be like, he's more of a bitch than the girlfriend. The girlfriend's always be the one fighting for the dude. Why you hit my man? Why the fuck your man fucking with me? Because I was looking at you. Like, you better get that motherfucker, take his loser ass home.
100%.
Like, and if they got kids together, oh man, you should have heard some of the shit I've ever said to people. If y'all made kids together, y'all got a fucking loser kid on the way too. The kids are fucking losers too. I mean, because savage, as a proud kid to my mother and father, they raised me to be the man I am and to be respectful, to be the gentleman. I got Southern hospitality all day, bro. When it comes to respect, I respect it. Kids, women. I even respect a bitch ass nigga. I'll be like, I respect you, but you're still a bitch. Now do what you think you can do. You know what I mean? I respect the bitch ass nigga. But at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be respectful. Now, how you take what I dish out, that's your business. I don't give a fuck. It ain't my. I don't care.
That's real, man. That's real. No, that's real. That's real, man.
I told you in the beginning I was a real ass nigga.
No, hey, man, that's. I appreciate 100. That's all I asked for, man. That's all I asked for. Like one thing, going to go all the way back, man. You brought up the Roman Coliseum, the Roman days. That's actually one of my favorite. Like I'm pretty sure you've seen Spartacus.
Did we just become best friends? I think we did.
We did, man. So the Spartacus and all that, the Gladiator with Russell Crowe. I watch all that stuff, man. With the stuff, man. Like you said,
Troy's my favorite though. With Achilles, that's my favorite.
Oh, dude, Achilles. I watched the course one with Brad Pitt. And then there was another one there was another joint on Netflix with it was like The black Achilles was on there. Black.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But they made him come off way too gay though. They put it out like that. So
that was
like
yeah, actually, Troy was the first time I didn't know that was a thing, and then I went back and said Alexander and 300 and all those guys. It was a part of their culture and everything.
Yeah,
so I went back.
I went to Milan, Italy 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and I walked into a museum. What was a cathedral. Yeah. And the first painting, all these paintings was like pre-1800s, but they were preserved. When I saw the first mural I saw was they had the guy in with the toga with the sheets on, and they didn't have not one little girl in the painting. It was all little boys surrounding them, but in the clouds. I was like, what the hell? And then when you read it told you that's what, like, that was their thing, like having little boys around. I don't know, man. I love Achilles. I'm a warrior. I'm an Aries, but I can't go gay for pay. I couldn't do
it. Yeah. So I mean, it shocked me because I'm like, man, you see the Achilles and he's beating people's ass, and the dude coming to war lady got 2 chicks and he sleep.
Right.
And he come in there.
But no, he was in bed with 3, dog, because he told a little kid, that's why nobody ever remember your name. That's my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, these guys were also married. They had wives.
Yeah.
But when they out at war, there was no women there.
Yeah.
So I guess when they got horny, they figured, you know what? It's a butthole. It's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. You know, convince me that butthole and coochie is the same thing. It's not. It's just not.
It's not. No, it's not, man. But yeah, man, like, I brought that up, man, because like I say, a lot of dudes, I always think about what it would be like if I lived back then. Like if I was training training with the Spartacus, with the slaves or whatever. Because people thought it was like, they didn't know those dudes were slaves. They were like pretty much like,
and they wanted them to fight in the Coliseums as a show, right?
Entertainment and everything, man. So a lot of cats, I would say, man, a lot of cats today, man, wouldn't do well back in those times because ain't nobody saving your ass.
Of course they wouldn't, bro. Look, I was in Hurricane Katrina. I saw some of the baddest, ruthless drug dealers scared of water, 9 feet of water because they couldn't swim. Yeah. I actually threw a dude off the bridge and tried to drown him. I went and got him, though. I did dive in and get him. But he was trying to steal diapers and milk that I was bringing back to the bridge for everybody. He tried to storm on me. I threw that motherfucker, pushed him right over there. He was sitting on the bridge. I'm like, he don't even know I'm about to push him over. I pushed his ass over. Boom. He went in the water. Yeah. I let him like go under a few times, and then I jumped in and got him.
Yeah.
And as I swam his ass around the bridge back to where he can put his feet down, I said, now. You almost died over some punk ass fucking diapers and milk. Don't be a stupid when we get back. I said, if not, I'll leave you right here. I'll let him go again. Oh no, bro, please, bro, please. I said, What? After that fucker couldn't swim, but I had all these floating devices. He started helping me go and get the shit after that. Yeah. But you gotta humble people, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, man. It's like, it seemed like what you went through, man. It's kind of like when The Walking Dead. I'm pretty not sure if you watched that at all, man. But like in the world type shit where you see where who's gonna be the alpha dude, who's gonna be the guy, the follow guy, and like you just see the weak people, you see they die quick.
I spot weakness a mile away. You know what I'm saying? It's like Young G said on Snitch Nigga. I can smell a bitch nigga a mile away. I can smell fear a mile away, bro. Like you ain't even gotta smell it. You can see it. You can look a man in the eyes and know if he's afraid of you.
Yeah, or if they make eye contact, that's a big thing now.
Mike Tyson
look at you.
Good friends. You know what he always told me?
Yeah.
Y'all remember the face off he had when he was in, I forgot who was fighting, but he's looking at the guy in the eye, staring down, and the guy looked down like this. He looked away. You know what he said? From that moment, he knew he had him.
Right.
That's how I approach fights, man. When I look guys in the eye, we make eye contact. Even when the ref like touch gloves. Nope. I've had refs, even Herb Dean, he's my boy. He's tried to make me touch gloves. I'm like, don't fucking grab. No, I ain't touching his gloves. No.
Yeah.
No. I don't want you to think in your mind that you can beat me. I want you to always know you're gonna lose. If you let somebody, if even a weak man, if he believes strong enough that he can beat you, he might just beat you.
Right. Yeah, man. I get. Yeah, man. Just talking to you, man, makes me feel good. It hypes me up, man, because sometimes I feel like with the Iraq stuff and then my natural aggression, sometimes I feel like, man, maybe I was too hard on that dude. But then I was like, nah, no, I wasn't. I said what I had to say. And I was done. And at the end of the day, I never go to sleep saying I should have said this. I said it.
You don't want to be a coulda, woulda ass nigga.
Yeah, because that shit, when you do that, I mean, I've done it before. I'll admit I've done it before in my life, man. And I'm like, man, I should have said this. I should have did this. And I'm like, no what? Never again, man. So as I got older,
See,
I'm good, man.
and that's and to be honest with that statement, I've
Yeah.
never in my life felt like I should have did this, maybe I should have did that. I was
Good
married for
shit, man.
12 years. My marriage went to an end. Didn't think it was going to end, but it did. But guess what? I don't
Yeah.
live in regret.
Mm.
I was learning as I was going anyway. I was young. I was not only young as a husband, but I was a superstar. I was in that, and I was
Right.
doing what I had to do. And you know what? Like I told you earlier, fighting is my passion. It's my love. It's my first love. I love fighting, man. I love fighting just like I love my grandfather and my mother. Like
Mm.
it's a part of who I am. It made me the man that I am. I'm respectful. I'm humble. I'm a savage when need to be, but I'm very compassionate too, man. Not many people can do that. Like even as a fighter, I know other fighters, bro. They badasses in the gym. In the gym, I get beat up all the time, bro. But I take my licks in the gym. I'm training. If I'm in the gym beating everybody up, I'm not gonna be there. And when I'm training with all these high level guys, and I'm having my bad days, I get my good days. But when I get in that ring, because of those bad days, I know the motherfucker in front of me can't touch me. And
Yeah.
that's motivation. That's the mental motivation you need as a person. I take that same thought and I use it in my everyday life. Nobody's gonna beat me, man. I've already been beat as much as I can in my life. I've been beat down. I've been put down. I've been told I'm not gonna be nothing in life. And guess what? I've overcome all that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
I want younger kids. You know, right now, my job in life right now is to motivate the younger generation. You know, I love kids, man. I love working with kids. I love letting kids know you're a winner. Not that false shit that most parents
Right.
do. The kid get
Participation
a
shit. No,
place,
no, no.
a ribbon, or oh, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's
Nah,
okay to be second.
nah.
No, the fuck
No,
it's
no, no,
not.
no, no,
It's
no.
never okay to be second to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the fucking butler. You want to be the motherfucker sitting in the back seat having motherfuckers open your door saying, "Hey, let's go." I went with my cousin yesterday. We had to go make a run. We go with my cousin. We hanging out. His driver gets out, open the door. Fuck, I freak out. I'm like, for real? You know what I'm saying? And my cousin only owns a fucking roofing company. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But he's successful in his own way. You know, success can come in many different views, aspects. You know, being successful, like my girl, credit score over 700, fucking work in the lab. She already got a degree, getting another degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. You know why? I watched my mom and dad struggle, even with them having their own businesses. And my mom and dad told me when I was young, and I'll never forget this: if you don't have a two-home income, you're gonna struggle, son. You don't want that. And I see my mom, man, there was times when we didn't have water, hot water, or lights. We would go across the street to my grandmother's, you know, they was right there. But my dad just grind. My dad was he was a contractor, bro, blue collar. But my
Right.
dad grinded. You know what? When he would come home, he would give everything to my mom and not have a dollar left in his pocket other than for a bottle of gin and some meat, you know. And my dad was my best friend, man. I look up to my dad. I miss my dad every day. I'm actually junior, and I'm not even the firstborn. I'm the second born. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, the moral of the story is I watched my mom and dad fight, fuss, you know, have disagreements. But my mom was the aggressor. My dad was passive aggressive.
Mm.
All at the end of the day, though, my dad provided. He made sure we got it, even if it didn't come on time. I don't want that life for myself, man. I want to have a great life. When I have kids, I want my kids to have a great life. You know what I mean? My father,
Yeah.
when he passed away, he died in death. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Not even gonna get into that, but me and my brothers and sisters and my mother, we got together, we took care of it. You know what I'm saying? But it hit us hard, man. And when I say hard, it hit us hard. And I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. You know, I was already in the UFC. They were worried about me. Shit, I was worried about myself, to be honest. But that's where I dig deep, man. Then I lost my idol, my icon, Kevin Randleman.
Right.
I still hurt. You know, I miss him every day, man.
That was shocking to me when
I,
I heard that, man.
him and my dad, just true story. My dad was 2006. He was 44 years old. Kevin Randleman, 2016, 44 years old.
No shit.
I'm at the point in my life where am I going to live past 44?
Mm. Yeah, man, that's real, man. That's yeah, when that
And
happened
like,
and everything, man.
I'm not superstitious. I'm not big on stuff like that. But like I said earlier, I'm a realist. I pay attention. It's a sign. There are telltale signs to everything. But am I going to live in fear? Am I going to start being more cautious? Fuck no. Hell no. I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be the young assassin if I'm sitting there. If I don't want to, if I'm riding my motorcycle and I'm just doing the speed limit, I'm not me.
Right. Yeah, man, it is real, man. How that is. I mean, even like you said, the sign and everything, man. It was one thing again when I hit you up and everything. I was like, man, I seen you saying 36, 37. I was like, I'm 37, so I look up. That should say March 30th. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I was just leaving the hospital when you came out and shit. I'm like, so that shit, man. We grew up the same,
right behind each other. You know what I'm saying?
the same way, man. And like different. And then again, like 2004, 2005, I discovered you, not knowing, man. We both coming up at the same time, and everything, man. So it's and it's crazy, man. How again we meet here and make connections, man. It could have been a bunch.
The difference to the story is I come from a military family. My uncle brother, he's a retired 4-star general in the Army. I come from a proud military family.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the military. You know why? Because I went to the UFC. I took the ass bath. I was going to go to the Marine Corps. My best friend, he's still a Marine today. Me and him, it's my day one. My best friend, like I'll fuck somebody up for this dude. Like he's my day one. Like my best. Everything. We came up from diapers. He's in the Marines. My other best friend Chad, he's in the Air Force. All right. Yeah. We all live in different states, different parts of the world. Really, right now, they still Marines. I was supposed to be a Marine. I chose college and UFC over Marine. I told you earlier, I never live in regret. Right. That's probably the one thing that I feel like I should have accomplished. Because back then I felt like if I go there, I'm not going to have time to go to UFC. The UFC was my childhood dream since elementary, right? I didn't want to put my dream on hold to go have a 9 to 5 date, but I would have been in the heat of shit. Like I always wanted to be a train killer. That was always
right.
But for me, looking back now at 37, my best friend, he's still there. He had made a career out of it. Proud father of 2. Like he's my best friend, man. Like my day one, and I'm proud of him. And he left in 2001. I was a year behind because I got kept back in 3rd grade. So I was supposed to go with him, but because I didn't, that was why, and I didn't win my state championship until 2002. So having that extra year is what gave me that it fulfilled who I was. You know what I'm saying? Right. Without that state title. But for me, it's like all my friends are successful, man. All of them. They all take care of their families. They all have businesses, everything. And some of us, it started from illegal shit, but it turned into legal things. And I'm proud of those guys because they showing that they matured and that they can move forward without the bullshit or being a statistic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being from New Orleans, that's all it is, bro. Like not many of us made it to the expectations that I've met, but a lot of them are rappers and they famous rappers now, and I bump their music. I'm proud of them, bro. Like I call these guys almost every week, and we video chat. They buying my clothing shit. I'm buying their clothing shit. That's what we do, man.
Right.
We keep it in our hood, man. Like I'm from the hood, man. But you know what? I was raised with respect and morals. Just because I was from the hood don't mean I'm ignorant, and that's what the world needs to see, bro. Like not everybody's ignorant. Not everybody has a hidden agenda for something bad. There's a lot of good people. Thing about in New Orleans that I love about my city, I've seen the poorest people be the happiest, and I got some of the richest friends that are the most miserable.
Yeah. Because it don't buy. That's just people don't realize. Guys out here who don't have it, man, they think when they get 20K, 30K, it's gonna make them good. It doesn't, man. It doesn't make
I blew through money in the UFC, bro. I fucked up. I didn't have nobody to tell me. My mother always told me, but I didn't listen. But my agents, people I was with, they just took. They got their cut. They didn't try to teach me how to have money. But I came up where I didn't have all the best of things because I had brothers and sisters. So my mom and them couldn't afford it. When I started fighting, when I made my first 20 grand in the UFC, bro, I felt like I was rich.
Right.
I went home, gave my mom 2 grand, gave my brothers and sisters $1,000 each. It cut it down probably under 15 grand. But I didn't care, man. And ever since I've been in the UFC and been in the MMA, I've always taken care of my family. But these past 2.5 years, my brothers and sisters and my mother and my grandfather have taken care of me, to be honest. Like it's been that bad, bro. But you don't know how to enjoy and celebrate the good times in life if you don't go through bad times.
Right. Yeah, man. That's right now, especially with all this corona stuff going on, man. That's you getting to see how strong people are and resilient, man. Because some people could just fold up and quit, and everybody else is pushing, man. Like I say, me and
my girl, we was walking in stores, not even wearing masks. I haven't worried not one time. My little brother, my baby brother, right under me, Damone, and my uncle Eric, they both caught the coronavirus, and they both beat it. All right.
How many days, man, it took them to get over that stuff, man? To get over the coronavirus?
About 14. It took about 2 weeks.
They still after they get done, their bodies like they still like feeling weak or
no. My little brother was right back at work. Yeah. And my uncle Eric, he up and moving around and everything. And in New Orleans, it was a lot worse.
Yeah.
Bro, I was worried about them, but I wasn't, because I was like, you know what? They good. I always believe, I'm always going to speak positive thoughts into the atmosphere. Right. I'm not a negative person, whether I'm fighting, whether I'm falling in love with you, whatever it is, I'm always going to be that positive person. Right. Even if you having a bad day, I'm going to try to pick you up. That's how I've always been. When they caught it, I wasn't worried, man. I was like, you know what? They got this. Right. They're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? My mother is a very strong, powerful woman, bro. Like, I'm not even making this up. My mother's a preacher, but she's very, like how I am in the cage, that's how my mother is when she on that pulpit and she's preaching to people, giving them the word. And my mom don't do it for the money at all, bro. Like, I be mad at my mom, like you not making money, like, but my mom has a calling and she don't do it for the money, not even a little bit. My mom's still poor, and that woman's one of the happiest people I met in my life, bro. And because I've been on my downfall the past 2.5 years, not having like I normally would, it taught me I'm okay not having. So when I have it again, I'm gonna be good, because I'm not gonna be spending it now. I know now how to save my money and invest it. I didn't know that 5 years ago. I'm telling you, I really didn't. I'm not even gonna lie to nobody. I'm gonna tell the whole world. I didn't know that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. When I turned 30, I was still wilding out. But these past 2-3 years has humbled me. It's made me realize I have to be a different kind of man. I want a family now. I want to have kids. I want to just settle down, but I'm still going to fight. I'm not retiring no time soon. The Young Assassin going to be here for at least another 7-8 years.
Yeah, I just want to see you back in the UFC, man. I just want, because the people, they need to recognize, man. Because the thing about the UFC, man, which is great, they're going up, but a lot of people that see UFC and they don't see nothing else under it.
People don't know about pride. I want to come back. That's why I told you I want to be back over in Japan. I'd rather be famous in Japan. I can live in Japan and be a freaking god.
They want you, man. They want you. When I sent the message to them, they was like, "Hey," they kept saying Guillard. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
when I first I got off the plane, they had people at the airport with big old fat pictures of me, and that was first time in my life. I never experienced that in London or Europe or even America.
What year was that when you fought Gomi?
2017, right before I had to go to jail.
Okay. Yeah, man, because when they
my last fight before I went and got locked down.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, when in Japan, man, I've been here 11 years, man. When I first got out the plane in 2008, man, I had Jackson on my bag, right? So he's like, Rampage, like, nah, I ain't Rampage. Like,
hey, so they walk up on me like, come on, dude, take pictures.
Right away. 5 people autograph. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna pose like I'm this. I was like, man, I should have signed that shit and banged one of the chicks, but I wasn't thinking that way and everything back then, man. But nah, man, trust me, man, it's good here, and being a black guy here, I mean, I'm good, dude. I mean, I go anywhere again. Like I'm about to go to Yokohama. I got
guys over there, bro. When I was over there, I was there for a week. I stayed 3 days late extra, bro. It was that fun, bro. I was wilding, bro. Like I not only got to see the culture of Tokyo, I got to see the underground. My God.
Yeah.
Man, they had guys with I have like 14 shirts now. Some of the guys, Japanese guys, had like my early shirts on when I was with Silver Star.
Yeah, man, they be into us, man. So like I say, I'm definitely working there for you, man, behind the scenes to try to get that to happen. Corona, of course, none of them, they ain't been fighting because they just been worried about it. So no fights
right now, man. I'm planning for my fight future, bro, because I'm about to make some noise before I retire, bro.
Yeah.
Before I retire, I'm gonna be to fulfill my dream and I'm gonna be full. I'm gonna have a full belly because I see guys retire, come back, retire, come back.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy. Even if I gotta fight through the hardships, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. I'm gonna say no to a fight. I'm always gonna be ready for a fight. You know what I'm saying? I got some, like I said earlier, I got good people around me. I have an amazing girlfriend. She's been my biggest support, along with my mother and my grandfather. Even my grandfather and my mother and them just told me like 3 days ago they were proud of me, and they haven't told me that in a while.
Right.
And I was like, man, and I know why. It's because of her. And without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be in the state of honor. And people don't get that, man. When they say every strong man needs a stronger woman,
that's real.
It's true, real. Man. If you have a strong woman with you, then what the fuck are you doing with her? You know what I'm saying? I can't be with somebody weak, feeble, that's scared to take a chance, take a risk. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend I'm with right now, man, she is so amazing. She's done so much and more for me, man. Like, I kind of feel bad sometimes because I can't wait till I can just be there for her the way she's been there for me. And that's going to happen real soon, you know what I'm saying? She hasn't really gotten a taste of the reality check of who I really am and what I bring.
Yeah. That's because she too close to you, man. She too close to you. And that's
but we got together right before the coronavirus.
Yeah.
We've been every day since. Yeah. And everything's been in one place. She hasn't even gotten to travel the world with me yet. She's gonna have an amazing time, bro. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'm itching for it.
Yeah, bring over here to Japan, man. I got everything set up over here, man. But yeah, man, it's like that what you just said, man. My wife's Japanese, but she's strong. Japanese women are kind of they're kind of afraid, and she is. When I first started, I'm in a year for my business. In the first 2 years, man, she was worried about everything. Now shit's still tight, but I'm like, dude, I got it. So I had to put money on the table to get her to calm down. But I'm like, sometimes it's been that buzzer beaters, and also I had to teach her how to pay bills. Like, what bill is more important? Like, I'm from Baltimore, so we know we got 5 days until your lights get cut off. I'm like, pay this bill first, pay that bill second, pay that shit last.
See, we like total opposite. I don't do none of that. My girl do all that, man.
Yeah. I mean, she do it, but I had to tell her how to.
Down Skype. I'm telling her, I'm like, man, I ain't touching that.
Yeah, I seen her, man. I seen her, man. Like, it's definitely good to have a strong woman there, because again, if we're not for my wife, I don't speak Japanese fluently, so she do all that stuff, man. So without her, man, I wouldn't be here and have my, I got my kids, got my jiu-jitsu mats right there, so I got them doing that and everything. So yeah, man, it's definitely, you gotta have guys that are watching, man. You got a girl that ain't.
Can't wait till we can come over and visit, and we can double date, man. We'll go out to dinner, man. So that's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're gonna be good on that, man. But where you fighting at 155 or 170 right now? What's your?
I'm fighting 185 in bare knuckle.
185?
Yeah, I'm 191 this morning. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fight 55 anymore. Like, when I first started my career, it was at 170. Right. When I went to Ultimate Fighter, it was for 170. Okay. Most of my career was there until the UFC brought 55 back. But I don't want to cut weight no more, man, like that. It's miserable. People don't know what it is to cut 20, 30 pounds, bro. It fucking sucks. I'm more worried about cutting weight than I am to fight.
Yeah.
It's stress I don't need, and I'm on the downside of my career. I want to just enjoy the last of my career. When I'm done with MMA in the next few years, I'm still gonna be doing bare knuckle though.
Okay. Yeah, man. So that's definitely a real thing. I mean, I wrestled too in high school, man, and cutting weight, man. I remember getting took out of class at like 4th period to run around, and I cut the weight, but I was so
okay.
Yeah, I was so tired, man.
I was in middle school, bro. Like, I'm done. Like, like if I gotta cut 10 pounds, I can do that. But if I gotta cut 15 or more, fuck you, pay me.
Yeah. People they don't know, man. They think it's bullshit when guys say they cut so much weight that they get to the fight and you ain't there. It's like, dude, that you take all the energy.
I cut so much weight even before the fight. Like it's like an oil. You ever I'm coughing shit up, it's like oil coming out. It's not even water. Like, I got nothing in it. Like, that shit sucks, bro. And then when I'm putting it back in, it hurts even more to put it back in. I'm done with that, bro.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. So that's good. So you at 185. So that's
solid, it, bare knuckle. But at MMA, I'm still gonna fight at 170. I can get to 170, but I'm not going to 55 no more.
Oh yeah. Man, what you think about that, man? On that, I mean, you feel like guys like cheating and shit? Like, they know they can get down to 155, but like you say, when they at the weigh-ins, you drink the shit, then you back up to 185, 170.
Well, I get to 185. I get to 155. I'll get IV, but you can't do that anymore. I heard.
Right.
I'll get IV, and then 2 hours later, I'll be back up to like 174.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It seems like it's a game right there, and dudes who play it the best, like that's like
Well,
the weight
look,
cutting game.
if you do it the right way, then it's not gonna hurt you. But even now in wrestling, in college wrestling and shit, you can only be so much. You gotta be a certain weight the day before, and you can't exceed it because people are dying from you. It's dangerous. But back then, like you said earlier, I'm a pioneer. We were still learning, and even today we're still learning. So it's gonna get better. But at the end of the day, cutting weight is not easy. I fucking hate it because I'm from New Orleans. I like to eat, man. Like I like food, but at the same time, I'm 37 now. I'm not. My bodies don't have that. I'm not burning those calories like I used to when I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
I mean, I still look good though. I don't have no fucking belly. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's good, man.
My baby makes sure I'm right with all the sex we be having. She keep my cardio.
That's a cardio, yeah, man. That right there is cardio, man. My wife, I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up to the level, like, man, you gotta be able to go.
Cardio thing too, but hey, I will say this though. She do hold her own. She can hold her own.
Yeah, man. She be like tired. I'm like, man, that's right. That's the warm up. Let's go, man.
Nah, she don't get tired. That's bullshit. She tired. Like go to sleep. She's like, nope.
Yeah.
My bad. My trainer. What's up, man?
Good.
Nah, I'm doing a podcast with over from Japan right now. Let me call you right back. I'm almost done. All right. I whooped his ass on the golf course today.
Yeah, man. But hey, real quick on that, man. Like I said, because I definitely hold you up, champ, man. You gotta get stuff out there. But like, man, like I said, brother, it's just been good to talk to you, man. Even before I hit you up, man, it's just like it's good to, like, I kind of just by seeing your fights, your other interviews and everything, man, I can you kind of sense how people are. You can see fake. Again, I ain't never seen you, but you can sense fake shit from 1,000 miles away. Yeah. And I just
smell it. I've been in interviews where they'll just cut the feed.
Yeah.
When you told me, man, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna edit it, but I'm gonna let it be natural. I respect that. So for me, anytime, like the next interview, I'm gonna set it up with you and make an appointment. After I beat up Dakota Cochran on the 15th, we're gonna get back on. So we're gonna keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying?
Good shit, man. Good shit.
I'm hoping I can be in Japan by the end of the year because I want to fight back in Japan. I love Japan.
Yeah, like I said, you see how fast I got, man. As soon as you hit me up, I was like, bam, right on that. So it was.
Man, when you told me you had been up since 3 o'clock this morning, because I know the time difference. I've been there. I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be doing this podcast.
No.
But I'm glad I got to get home because we was at a graduation party, and I whooped their ass in the first game, and then they whooped the ass in the second game. And my girl, she was on the other team. Let me tell you about that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then she came to give me the water. It was like, well, no, that's for my team only. Oh, hell no.
No,
bro,
man. Like
her niece, what is it, Jada? I just met her today. That little girl, she gonna get it. And then she hit me in the neck. She said, next shot, pop. She hit me. I was like, did she really just do that?
Yeah.
I was sweating. She said, I'm gonna hit you in the neck. Pop, pop. I was like, oh, hell no. So I'm gonna kick her in the stomach next time I see her.
But no, man, that's good stuff, man. Yeah, no, man, I just keep it real on there, man. Like to see my podcast is conversations, man. All that editing shit and like the weird questions,
man. I give you the real uncut version of me. Like, don't bleep me out. Don't cut me out.
Ain't no sense no real. It's going, see, this is how we started. It's going to go on web day. Just like, I don't do editing, man. I put it out there for the world to see. Because the thing about it, man, like I was actually looked up, and this is your first podcast, or you done podcasts before?
I've done podcasts before, but it's been a while.
Yeah. So I was looking up to see.
It's never been like this though. But it's like it's a brother though. You see, we feeling that vibe.
Yeah.
You're Nighthawk and I'm Dragon, nigga. Like we're like stepbrothers.
Yeah, man. And then like this real quick, man, because it like some more similarities, man. I got held back first grade. I failed sixth grade. I actually went into Marines DEP program, but then I got my scholarship to Maryland, and I went to University of Maryland. But then they said I couldn't play football first year. I'm like, all right, I can't be an athlete.
Yeah, they have some cold ass uniform.
Yeah, so I played club lacrosse. Then I played football. So I played University of Maryland football. I walked on, and then I dropped out after 3 years, man, because my grades went down, and I was like banging chicks and all this stuff, man.
I know. I feel like hands was doing the same thing, bro.
Yeah. But I was an honor roll student in high school and all that stuff. So I got out and then I joined the military. I'm Air Force. And then I went there. So, man, like, people would call me dumb. They call me stupid to my face because I left that scholarship.
I ain't play that shit.
Yeah. They was like, man, you dumb. You left the scholarship. Now look at me, man. I'm in Japan, got my own business, doing my own thing and everything. Now, and that's what I'm saying, man. I was like, I'm bringing up to say, man, like, definitely going to feel bad about, your role you took, man, because that a lot of people feel like you got to do this high school, college shit, that dance. Nah, man. Mark
sometimes to me, I feel like college is a waste of time, bro.
That's what I felt like, man.
Money, you can be successful without college, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look at Mark. Mark Zuckerberg, the fucking like
I don't
all the
use my college education for nothing I do. Fighting is my living. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's gonna be my living.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. I just don't want. I talk to guys that are real, man. Like I said, I tell my guys, man, it's better to go to trade school, get a Witchcom, or do whatever you got to do to get. Like you just don't got to do that.
Yeah, as long as it's hands on, bro.
Right.
It's gotta be hands on.
Right, man. So I mean,
I like touchy feeling. I got these creepy paws. Look at my little creepy paws. Too. Like, I like little creepy fingers. Like, look.
Yeah. You got shit. See, I just got your right hand always on swole, man.
No, it's not swole. That's the bone. I broke it 15 times.
That's what I mean. How many times you broke it?
It's the only ugly fat bitch you ever see me hang out with.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. But hey, man, it's it is what it is, man. As far as people out there, like I say, man, people got to recognize who you are. My thing is just, I'm just glad to do this with you because I got the guys in my circle, people who don't know about you going to know about you. They're going to look up there and see the fights.
Like I said, man, we can do this anytime, man. I'm making an appointment right now. August 14th, I'm beating up Dakota Cochran. On the 15 or 16, we can schedule an appointment. Right. We're going to get it in.
No doubt. I already got you, man. Live and uncut, man. So
but it's been great. It's been great, man. I'm glad I got to meet you online. Yeah. I can't wait to meet you in person. And anytime, bro. My phone's always on, man. Hit me anytime.
Roger that, man. Roger that, brother. You guys are there, man. Again, man, a lot of times you'll know how people are till you really talk to them, man. Melvin's been nothing but a real person with me. I hit him up. He messaged me back. We just been chatting ever since and getting things done, man. So guys are there, man. Everybody you see out there on the silver screen and the TV, they ain't fake, man. There's people out there like yourself, like Mike, like, they keep it real because there's too many fake people out here right now and they got things running around. And right now in this world, the last thing we need is fake people, man. Keep it real, keep it 100, and your life will be better, man. So 1,000, man. So just keep it like that, man. Hey, Melvin, man, enjoy your day out there, brother. Thanks again for stopping in, man. And then again, I'll throw your links up there. I'll get with your girl, throw the links on there for the shirts because I want to buy some. I want to get some on my wall here and everything, and do that. I support my people.
I appreciate support,
yeah, man. So definitely, brother. Good time, man. So yeah, take care of your day. Take care. Tell your girl.
No, my night. I'm about to go to a poker game.
Shit. Hey, man, don't lose too much money out there, man.
Nah, I'm not stupid. I ain't raised no dummy.
yeah. But all right, man. I'm gonna get out of here, brother.
All right, my man. Peace.
Right, thanks, man. Peace. Guys, thanks for tuning in for that podcast, man. Like I said, we just had my guy Melvin Guillard up there. I'll throw up some little videos, links, and things. You guys check them out, man. Again, I had my bad. I had to stop the thing. I had to do my sign out. Can't do that. So again, guys, out there, make sure you do the like, subscribe, share, and all that things to make the channel grow. As you can see, the guests are starting to pile up and everything. The network is pretty big. I don't like to get into dropping names of who I know and who I don't know and stuff like that, but you'll eventually see them on the podcast. Again, guys, if you got questions or anything like that, just go ahead and drop it down at podcast@PinkuStar.com and get stuff done. Again, out there, guys, like I say, just from this podcast you've been watching right here, man, like I say, man, it's just good. It's refreshing, and you see me smiling a lot, man. It's just refreshing to talk to guys like that. Keeping it honestly, keeping it real and things like that. Because so many people out there, man, they don't do that. And then you have issues, and then you got just state it how you wanted to say it, get things done. Don't worry about being confrontational. Just get it out there, let people know how you are and everything. That's what I'm all about, man. So again, guys out there who like this channel, you like the vibe and everything, just make sure you subscribe, come back and everything. Make sure if you're new to the channel, definitely go back and see all other stuff, man, because I talk a lot about the stuff I've done. But with Melvin, I'm getting better at being an interviewer, well, not interviewer, but just listening, because there's a lot I want to say and then getting there and things, and sometimes we kind of like, but the thing is, man, for the guests, just for the guests to speak, and that's what I wanted, man. So again, thanks, shout out to Melvin out there again for being a great guest. Shout out to Camille for helping them out, set everything up on Skype and everything, and making things happen, man. The networking is important. The technology is great out there, and definitely, man, with having respect, man, don't be in people's inboxes and DMs asking for dumb shit. Be real, be respectful, put it out there. State your objectives. Don't be fake, and then you'll make it happen. When I hit him up, just like a week and a half ago, man, I told him this is who I am, blah blah blah, and we got things done. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's gonna be Donnie signing off from Masao, Japan, Pinku style. See you guys later. Peace.